Welcome, welcome, welcome back again. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. And now we will be looking on day 3 of the first test between India and Australia. And in recent times there have been a lot been said about Virat Kohli's form. Some are even questioning whether or not he is losing his sight. Some have even concluded that Virat is not, the player he once was. But those doubts, were put to bed on day 3 of the first test between India and Australia at the Optus Stadium in Perth, Western Australia. Stay tuned. We have a lot more to come. Do not touch that dial. We will be right back. It was another enthralling day of Test cricket under the leadership of Jasprit Bumrah. India on day 1 would have won the toss and elected to bat, and they were bundled out by the Australians for a mere 150 runs. Australia, in their reply, were skittled out for 104. On the back of some brilliant bowling by Jasprit Bumrah and Harshit Rana. And Australia, they would have, bowled well in the first innings as well. And kudos to Josh Hazlewood and Mitchell Starc. They would have done very well. Even Pat Cummins and Mitchell, Marsh, and also Nathan Lyon. India in their second innings piled up a massive 487 runs
for 6.
to be clear. Thanks to a 161 scored by Yashasvi Jaiswal and an unbeaten 100 by Virat Kohli. Yes, Virat Kohli. India has turned up into a position of dominance, and they have grounded Australia into the dirt. It was good to see Virat Kohli regaining his form with a brilliant 100 in the second innings. This century marked Virat Kohli's 30th century in Test cricket and his second consecutive century at the Optus Stadium in Perth. And that is Kohli's 81st century in his international career. What a player. With that knock, he has surpassed Sachin Tendulkar to become the Indian batter with most Test century on Australian soil, tallying 7. Yes, my friends, 7. With the good batting track coming up in Adelaide, Sunil Gavaskar, record may be under pressure by Virat Kohli. But let's not jump the gun. Let us wait and see what will happen. It was an important knock for Kohli, who was struggling for runs leading up to the tour down under. The right-hander
has
struggled by the Bangladesh and New Zealand spinners in the recently held home series, as he turned up with scores 6, 17, 47, 29 not out, duck 70, 1, 17, 4, and 1. Those are not, scores you would associate, to Virat Kohli in a test series or in 2 test series. Kohli's century at Perth was not merely a demonstration of technical skill, but a testament of his perseverance and drive. After facing significant criticism, Kohli returned to form with this defining innings. His performance under pressure underscores his leadership capabilities once more. Some fans would have taken to social media after the century. So a lot of fans would have, gone over to X to voice their opinion. And Royal Challengers Bengaluru would have tweeted, "One king to rule them all." The 81st for number 18 in international cricket. Virat Kohli, the GOAT. Mufadal Vora would have tweeted, "Save this frame and never write off Virat Kohli." Puma Cricket tweeted, "Form is temporary. Virat Kohli in Australia is permanent." Mohammed Kaif would have tweeted, "Never count out Virat Kohli when it's a test series in Australia. Hard bouncy wickets, tough opponents bring out the best in Kohli." Prajakta tweeted, "Few ascend to greatness and few still find their way back to it. Oh, we have longed for your return, Virat Kohli. Welcome back, King." So in the end, Virat would have made an unbeaten 100, as I would have said before. He would have faced 143 deliveries, scored at a strike rate of 69.93, scoring 8 fours and 2 sixes. A top-class innings from Virat Kohli. But for me, the highlight of this innings was the platform set by Yashasvi Jaiswal, and he was well supported by KL Rahul. They made it easy for Virat to come in under less pressure and to express himself as he did. To be honest with you, if you play long enough, like Sachin Tendulkar, Brian Lara, Ricky Ponting, for example, you will have dips in your career performance, especially at the back end of your career. But great players will claw their way back into form, similarly to what Virat Kohli would have done on day 3. Just a matter of time. The next player I want to look on or zoom in on in the first test on day 3 is the 22-year-old Yashasvi Jaiswal. He has been playing some stellar cricket this year with the bat in test cricket. He would have made a duck in the first inning, do not forget that. But it was just pure class in the second innings. 161 runs scored from 297 deliveries with a strike rate of 54.2, scoring 15 fours, right, and 3 sixes. his mentality and mindset were the great qualities I saw in that innings on day 3. Some extraordinary batting skills, and the innings was a touch of class from Jaiswal. His application was extraordinary, and how quickly he did learn from his first innings mistake. That innings was wonderful to watch. His first overseas ton in his career so far, heading into his first Border Gavaskar Trophy test. Australian media dubbed opening batter Yashasvi Jaiswal as the new king, and the youngster as well and truly lived up to the moniker. Currently, Jaiswal has played 15 test matches so far with 400s, 2 double century, and the other 2 are 171 and 161. This is ridiculous conversion rate. Jaiswal has entered a very elite club, very young player, but very mature in his mind and his mindset. Graham Smith, who would have been in this, elite club as well, was a fierce competitor for South Africa. But Jaiswal would have put, serious pressure on the Australian bowlers. Australia now know what they are up against in the rest of this test series. I hope that Jaiswal will continue in this rich vein of form and continue to propel to higher heights. He has the skill and he has the mindset to become a great cricketer. Just need to stay focused and continue to improve his game day by day. Let us look now on the Australian bowling attack. Nathan Lyon bowled 39 overs for his hard-fought 2 wickets. Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, Marsh all would have taken 1 wicket apiece. Marnus even bowled some leg breaks, and Travis had bowled some half breaks. 7 bowlers were used by the Australians. The number of bowlers used suggests that Australia tried everything that they could, to restrict the Indians. But the Indians had answers for everything that the Australians would have thrown at them. The numbers there are hard oil numbers, not overly impressive. They were put to the sword at certain times, more so from an endurance point of view. Very good value by India to keep the Australians out in the field for long periods of time. I think Lyon was excellent. He could easily got a few more. The batting long by India just wear down the Australian bowlers, and they just put miles in their legs. Australia have been in the field for about 4 sessions and have bowled almost 135 overs. I think those long hours in the field would have contributed to the way Australia would have started their second innings. With 3 down already, I think Australia look scattered in their thinking towards the back end of the fielding. Not to say that Australia would have given up. You will never see that from an Australian. They always believe in their ability to the end. Just their decision making by the batters wasn't quite right. Bumrah bowled 3 balls to Matt Sweeney, going away from him, and the next one he would have bring that one back in and trap him LBW. Pat Cummins going out as the night watchman was a poor decision. He hasn't played that role before, and he would have bowled 25 overs. Having to make so many decisions in the day as captain, then had to bat later in the day, wasn't the right decision. Marnus was plumb in front, not offering a shot to what normally would be a bouncy wicket. The ball seemed to, would have kept low. Then using up a review seems, in my estimation, tired and cloudy mind. Just a day Australia would rather forget. I know Australia will bounce back. They never say die. India is in a commanding position at the end of day 3. Australia will need 552 runs to win. At the close of play, Australia was 12 for 3. That's how things would have unfolded. Continue to watch Gameyaaad TV and we bring you the roundups for each day in this Border Gavaskar Trophy 2024. Thank you for joining us. We will see you in the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe and to share the link with your family and friends. Thanks for watching again. God bless.